Hello and a warm welcome to all of you. As a hotel AI expert, I've seen the industry evolve in incredible ways, but some things remain constant. I'm especially pleased to welcome the students of Europe Hotel School to this online learning journey. We're here to support your professional growth, and today we're diving into the one thing that underpins everything else: trust.
This quote really says it all. We're going to unpack the most critical currency you will ever handle in your career, and that is trust. Every single interaction, from the moment someone sees an ad, to the booking, to the final goodbye, it's all built on an expectation. Trust is basically the invisible bridge between the promise you make and the reality your guest experiences. And if you get that right, you've already won half the battle.
So how do we actually build this thing we call trust? Well, we're going to do it together, step by step, using what I like to call the trust pyramid. We'll start at the very bottom with the unspoken promise. Then we'll lay down the foundations of integrity. From there, we'll turn those ideas into reliable actions, build real relationships, and finally, see how it all pays off as a powerful business strategy. Sound good? Let's start building.
Okay, first things first, we have to lay the foundation. This is the base of our whole pyramid, and I call it the invisible contract. It's all about that silent agreement between your promise and your guest's actual experience.
Just think about it for a second. A promise is made long before a guest even steps foot in your lobby. It's in every photo on your website, every review they read, every conversation with your sales team. The invisible contract is just this: does the reality line up with the picture you painted? When what they get is exactly what they expected, that's where trust begins to form. If there's a disconnect, well, that trust can shatter before it even has a chance to solidify. So with our foundation in place, let's get into the bedrock principles that hold everything else up. These are the absolute non-negotiables. They're the character traits that every other action is going to be built on. It really just boils down to these three core pillars. First up, honesty. Simply put, tell the truth. Set expectations you know you can meet. Second, integrity. You've got to play the long game. Always prioritize the relationship over a quick buck. And third, transparency. Because look, things will go wrong. They always do. When they do, you own it. You face it head-on, openly.
This slide right here, this perfectly captures the daily struggle you're going to face. The temptation to bend the truth just a little, to overpromise to secure that booking, it's always there. But the consequence? It is absolutely brutal. A single unmet promise can create a negative memory so powerful it wipes out all the other good things you did. And that kind of damage is incredibly difficult to repair.
And this is so critical to understand. Things are going to go wrong. It's just inevitable in this business. But your response, that's what defines the entire relationship. When you handle a problem with total transparency and you take accountability, you're not just fixing a mistake, you're proving your commitment. And here's the wild part. Solving a problem really well can actually build more trust than if nothing had gone wrong in the first place.
Okay, principles are great, right? But on their own, they're just ideas. So let's climb a little higher on our pyramid and see how we turn these principles into real-world, everyday actions. This is where the rubber meets the road.
You see, reliability isn't an accident. It's a system, and it's built on repetition. It's about consistency, making sure every single touch point feels professional. It's about follow-through, doing what you said you would do, big or small, without anyone having to chase you. And it's about clarity, being totally upfront about what's possible and what's not. When you repeat these actions over and over, you create this incredibly powerful pattern of dependability.
And now we've made it. We're at the top of our pyramid. This is the apex. This is where all that foundational work pays off, and trust transforms from just being reliable into a genuine, lasting relationship. This is the ultimate goal. This is where you separate the good from the truly exceptional. We're talking about the small, thoughtful details. Remembering a guest's favorite room, anticipating that they'll need a late checkout, reaching out between stays just to check in. These aren't just services anymore. They're genuine acts of connection that make a person feel truly seen and valued. This quote just nails that shift in mindset. You're no longer just sitting back reacting to requests. You're becoming a thoughtful partner in their experience. And when that happens, the guest stops feeling like just another transaction, and they start to feel genuinely supported. That creates an emotional bond that no loyalty program or discount can ever hope to buy.
Okay, our pyramid is complete. So now, let's take a step back and just admire the view from the top. Why did we go through all this trouble? Because trust is not just some nice-to-have feeling. It is a powerful, revenue-generating business strategy.
Let me be absolutely crystal clear about this. Everything we've discussed, the honesty, the follow-through, the integrity, it all leads directly to the bottom line. This is not a soft skill. It is a core competency that has a direct and measurable impact on the financial health and sustainability of your business.
This chart right here really tells the whole story, doesn't it? Just look at that difference. A client that trusts you isn't just a single booking. They are a recurring revenue stream. Their lifetime value just skyrockets compared to a one-off transactional guest. Every single time you build trust, you are literally building a long-term financial asset for your organization. So the big takeaway is this. A reputation built on trust is your ultimate competitive advantage. It cuts your marketing costs because your happy clients become your best salespeople. It helps you attract better talent and partners. And in this age of AI and automation, that genuine human connection of trust is the one thing that technology can't replace and your competitors can't easily copy. It is your most enduring differentiator.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. As you step out and begin your amazing careers in this industry, what is your promise? What is the one thing that people will be able to count on you for every single time, without fail? Figure that out, and you won't just have a job. You will build a career defined by trust. Thank you for building this pyramid with me today.